Hey there guys, this is Ace Kagimotes. Today I'm coming to you guys with Phantom Castle Trials Journey to Floor 100, where we are going to be using this team to see if it really packs the punch that others say that it does. Where we are going to be starting off from floor number 1, and we are going to be working our way up. This is the start of a new series that I am doing for Phantom Castle. I hope that it is entertaining to you guys, so you see my experiences in searching for in doing the battles and in searching for the opponents. Obviously, when we start on floor 1, things start off pretty slow. No problems there. Everybody has pretty much the same amount of points, so you already know that it doesn't matter who you pick. You're gonna get the same amount of points in the beginning. So we're gonna jump right into this battle. Okay, we're bringing one of each of the 3 elements. Okay, green skill Sasuke. Okay, we got Heart Naruto and Lee. All right, this guy, you know, this is what is this, the starter Naruto, right? The worst loser, I think, or something like that. Piece of cake. This ain't nothing for us. All right, this is the easiest thing. We go up, we ascend quickly. Okay, gotta get those ninja pearls, definitely. You know, Sakura the Sakura for this Phantom Castle, the Bavery Sakura is what's out for this Phantom Castle, so definitely it is worth doing it, guys. All right, so what is the key that I look for when searching for an opponent? First of all, I'm looking for an opponent with the highest points out of all the other ones, and I'm looking for an opponent that has more points than I do. Okay, that's the key. All right, if you want to get more points in the Phantom Castle, you need to look for opponents that give you higher points, all right? That have more points than you do, all right? Make sure that you check your points and you check their points and you see, all right? And then you pick those that have more points, and that way you get more points yourself to ascend faster in the floors. Okay, so here we go. This guy's got a Tobirama, a Hashirama. Big deal. What do we got? We got one of each element. Here we got Skill Sasuke on the blue. All right, we got Naruto on the green. All right, he uses special on Lee. So what? 8 Gates Lee can tank those hard hits, right? All right, this is why it's so good to have one of each element. It's so good because you can tank. It's neutral damage to purple and yellow, right? But then it's super effective damage to these elements, to the regular elements. So it's a win-win situation. You just need to position them well and you hit them hard. As you can see, we are creaming this, no problem. Of course, this is the beginning, so you guys already know that in the beginning of Phantom Castle, it tends to be a lot more easier, right? As you go higher, the enemy starts getting more hit points and it starts getting a little bit more harder to take them down. All right, we have another energy left, and once again, what do? We search for the enemy, the opponent that has the highest points. Now, if for some reason you don't like what you find the first time around for the opponents that are available, you just close the app and reboot the app, and then the opponents will change, and you can continue doing this until you find what you're looking for. In my case, though, you know, I'm a little bit brave with this team because I have one of each element. So I'm not afraid of purples and I'm not afraid of yellows because I have a lot of a lot of attack power. Level 1 limit broken 145 Sasuke, all right. Limit broken 145 Naruto, and we got 8 Gates Lee. So we got a lot of attack power on our end and health as well. So I'm not really scared. So here we go. We start off with in the middle. All right. What I try to do is try to group them together, because by grouping them together, I can use Sasuke's and Naruto's specials, all right, to get more chakra back. And so that's what they say that's good about this team, about Naruto especially, and Sasuke, is that they can use their specials to their ultimate jutsus to get chakra back. And that chakra allows you to be able to do more of those jutsus consecutively, one after the other, in other words. All right, here we go to the next round of battles. Okay, obviously these staminas, they refilled. I did not gem these stamina refills. Those refilled by themselves. I just obviously skipped it over for you guys. Once again, searching for more opponents. All right, we are on a roll. We are trying to get 0 losses. That's what we want. All right, we don't want to lose. It's important to keep up your win streak. Okay, because if you continue to win, then you get more points. If you lose, your win streak slows down and you actually get less points. So it's you want to aim for 0 losses. Now this time around, you got Tsunade's. Okay, you got other ones, Gaara's, if people want to use Gaara's, the Shukaku Gaara. You have Itachi's, but once again, this is why I brought one of each element. In fact, I love seeing Tsunade's, okay? Because then Miley can wreck them. I love seeing those reds. Because then we can use our blues to wreck them. Now, this can be Guy Bundle, alright? Might Guy from the bundle, that works too. Here we go, perfect grouping. I love this. Look at these guys. All 3 of them huddled together. That's why I have Sasuke in the front row. And then with Naruto, as long as there's an extra hit, he'll get 15 chakra, 15 hits exactly to give me 1 extra chakra, giving Miley plenty of chakra to be able to do his attack. And look at that damage on Tsunade. Give me a break. Get out of here, Tsunade. I mean, it sucks because I don't have you, or else I would be using you instead of Naruto. But regardless, Naruto is still really good. Okay, limit broken Naruto. Remember, that's what makes the difference. Limit broken Naruto. Okay, so we are on a roll here. We are on floor 6 already. Let's keep climbing these floors. Remember, you want to keep that win streak up. You want to keep that win streak up. We're having fun here, all right? We are having fun. Look at these opponents. I'm looking for the highest points, all right? I want the highest points that I can find. So I look at the points, I look at the numbers, I'm like, okay, so it's this, all right, no. I want to get the highest one. Do I look at the element as much as I look at the points? It depends. Once again, with this team, I'm not really looking at the element too much because, once again, it's a really strong team. And having every element, I'm pretty much prepared for any situation. All right, and like I said, I'm not afraid of the bravery. I'm not afraid of the wisdom, the purple and the yellow, because neutral damage is still a lot of damage for this team. So in my case, I'm not looking at elements. I'm looking at the points. More points than me, more points than everyone else. That's what we want. Here we go once again. So if we start off separate like this, I try to kind of like get them close together, all right? But you want to be careful doing this, because if you do it too soon, or if you do it too hastily, then you could regret it, all right? But by putting them close together, I can use my jutsu to then take them out. So as you can see, Tobirama just prolonging the inevitable. We are completely demolishing these teams without a problem. But then again, we are still in the beginning. So yeah. You guys already know it is a little easier in the beginning. Obviously, as we continue climbing these floors, it will get more challenging, guys. But of course, those ninja pearls and that bravery Sakura that is given from this event is totally worth it. Here we go to the next round of battles. Once again, just skipping the waiting period. Did not gem those. Those refilled by themselves, all right? I prefer to use my stamina before it gets to 3, if I can, of course, because I know sometimes we get busy, sometimes we don't have the time, and so maybe it fills up all the way. But if you can, I usually use it at 2. That way, it's not full. It never gets full, and I never waste a stamina, right? Unless, of course, you're sleeping, because obviously you can't do it if you're sleeping. So, searching for the points, as always, take your time. If you need to restart it, by all means, restart the app, restart the game. That way, you get new opponents with new points and new chances to get higher up in the rankings, okay, without having to spend pearls. So I look for the highest opponent, and that's why I attack. Do I care about the element? No, I prefer to see blues in front. Listen, I love seeing Lee's. I love seeing guys. I love seeing whatever blues. Why? Because what do I have? Sasuke, okay? I got skill Sasuke. Now, if you guys got a Sasuke out there that's limit broken or a strong green like Neji, listen, you love blues as well, right? Am I right? Okay. Of course, Naruto is weak against blue, so you want to be careful with that. Remember your elements, remember what's effective against what's resistant against what, and use it to your advantage. You can see I'm trying to group up together. That way I can use my Sasuke's and Naruto's attacks effectively. I don't use them unless I know I'm going to get the most benefit out of them. There's no point in hitting a single target with my Sasuke or Naruto attack and not get that chakra. You get my point? I would rather get the extra chakra that comes from using their jutsus by grouping at least with another one of my teammates, on or another one of my ninjas on my squad. If I see that they are too separate apart, with which sometimes Phantom Castle does that, where you start off like that, then I have to find a way to group them together. That way I don't miss out on that way I can use my jutsus effectively. You get my point? So if you guys have these units, or if you have units that have a lot of hit points, a lot of hit points when they do their jutsus, then you definitely want to get the most out of them. You want to get the most out of those jutsus. Here we go. Once again, here we are separated, okay? I'm trying to find a way to, I'm trying to find, I need to hit at least 2 with Sasuke's jutsu. And look at that chakra. It gave me chakra back. That's what you want. Then I use it with Naruto. Using Sasuke with Naruto green, so red is super effective. I get the chakra back. Now Lee has plenty of chakra to take these guys down. And that's it. I love seeing Kabutos as well, by the way. Okay, green or purple. Healers are great when you're fighting them because it doesn't heal that much and you get good results fighting against them. So this is floor 1 through 14. Alright, we're doing good so far. I will be back with more videos. Let me know if you guys like these videos, if you guys enjoyed it. If you this is to entertain, just so you see my experience doing these Phantom Castle runs, so you see what I'm doing, how I'm doing with it, what I think of it. It's fun. It is fun doing the Phantom Castle, and I think it's a great addition to the game. I think it definitely is worth playing. Alright, so I will be back next time with more of this series. Alright, road to journey to floor 100 Phantom Castle Trials. See you next time, and goodbye.